Hello and welcome back to another episode of Into the Dark. As the sun is just rising over here at the moose camp, it is still quite dark because of the trees. However, what we can do is we can come on over here to the Pancake Mark II and just turn on its lights. And it lights up enough of the moose camp for us that we can operate here until the sun fully rises. But what I have done off camera since the last episode, unfortunately, I missed an episode from in the 1 week there. That's because this was taking me way too long. I had to do all of the fixes on this goddamn ship, and there was a lot of work to do on it. But this ship is almost ready to go. There has been so much patching of armor, rebuilding of stuff, and it's just been crazy. But now oh man, I have done so many mining trips where I grabbed the pancake and I flew across the planet and got some gold from the other side of the planet and then flew it back and we processed it, and now we have, if I have access somewhere on the ship, which I think I've got to go down into the hold. Here's where you get in. We now have 4 jump drives. Yes! Now, even with 4 jump drives in this thing, it only goes 1,600 kilometers because it is so heavy. But that's okay. We're at least going to be able to jump, and we won't have to sail through space like I have had to do to get these wrecks back here. Oh, at least that's figured out. So, I believe the interior is done on these ships here. So if I grab myself here, take my spectator camera, and we fly through, we've got rail guns, artillery in the front. I believe all the connectors are connected back up. We have a little bit of holes inside. Where is this section? I believe the interior is not 100% yet, but it is good enough that the ship is functional. So what the plan is today is maybe we'll patch up a few of these holes if I can find any of them. And we are going to make sure these ships are fully loaded, locked, and ready to go. And blast off into orbit, heading off towards the Ifrin refinery in order to advance the story. Ooh, we even have a medbay. Wonderful. So, we have this big boy, which is going to be my main combat ship. It is pretty much ready to rock, except for the fact that we have a few turret emplacements on the outside that need weapons. Now, what to add there is a very good question. We do have some of these warfare mod weapons, although I don't know if it's my mod pack or the plug-in loader or what combination of it. But if I go and put this, you know, the one with the little plus symbol here that you can like scroll through on your mouse to get a bunch of the different turrets. If I click on that and I put that on here and I scroll through them and we hit this big railgun thing, it crashes us. So we're not doing that. But what I think I want to put on this boat here is some of these quad assault cannons. Because they're assaults, but they shoot twice as much. So let's figure out where to put those. So as of right now, the ship has several points on it. As you can see here, you got 1, 2, 3 here going along the hull. And there's one here on the side. And there's another one here on the side. And there's another one here on the underbelly. And all of that is reflected on the other side, having the exact same layout. We've got a few spots where we can put some turrets. As such, what I think would probably be good is... I'm thinking some assault cannons up here at the nose, right? So if I put assault cannons at the nose... Ooh, oh god, I wonder if I can get another assault cannon there. Can I? What's behind this is a very good question. What is in here? My rail guns. Oh, I could probably conveyor this. I could. Okay, let's do it. I'm thinking we go like assault cannon on both sides. And we have these 4 assault cannons facing forwards. That'll be like my main cheek guns. And then going back here, we could have a bunch of like artillery as our long range guns. And then our little side gun here could be a GAT, for example. We even have the reskin, which is the Warfare Gatling Tower, or even this Warfare Gatling turret. Oh, its base is too big. Normal Gatling. Yeah, we can fit a normal Gatling in here on the side. Quite nice. And then I believe also, if I'm not mistaken, we have... Do we have a conveyor spot on the... Yeah, we have a conveyor spot on the end back here. Yeah, GAT's going there. GAT's going there. Ow. And a GAT will go here. So that gives me 4 Gatlings. And our build and repairs are going to town, setting those up. And let us totally cut away at this and get another assault cannon in that area. Reinforced conveyor tube, forward, and curve, with then a double assault cannon, the quad assault. Oh, yes, baby. We'll head on over to the other side and do the exact same thing. Oh, yes. That is going to be absolutely delicious. Then in this area here, we've got the quad artillery. Oh, yes. Give me some quad artillery. 1 on each side, I think, there. And what I think we can do is we can mirror that underneath. So we've got double of these on each side as our like broadside guns. And these could also be really good. Having some artillery on the bottom is going to allow us to hover above a target and have our artillery shoot down at it, which is going to be very helpful. Oh, yes. All of the guns. And then, I think just more assault, eh? Another assault gun back here. Anywhere else we can add more DACA on this thing. Theoretically. We have a hole here, which is supposed to be some ion thrusters, eh? Alright. I can fix that. Now, I am running out of stuff for ions, for example. As you can see, some of these are not built up because we just simply do not have the thruster components. That is going to be A-okay, because what we can do is fly on over to the Fregna. And since the Fregna is now docked permanently, we can grab our little pink and we can start turning its thrusters pink, which is going to allow us to deconstruct them and use them for resources on our main battleship here. And they should start. Yeah, there they go. Are they grinding down this one over here first? Yeah. And as they grind down those thrust components, they should weld up these ones. and make them operational. Perfection. Because we don't need this silly Fregna anymore. It's served its purpose. And we can now start to cannibalize it. As all these thruster components, all that platinum, can be used for a better purpose. Alright, those are all getting ground down. Now, I need to first make sure that all of these guns are actually getting their ammo, because that would be a very important thing. This ship should have some ammo in it currently. So, if we go to... I believe we should search quad. This should give us all of our guns. Yeah, quad artillery, quad assault. So if every single one of the quad guns... This assault cannon... This one, number 6, does not get ammo. Assault cannon 7 is getting ammo, but not from this one. And assault cannon 8 is getting ammo. Where's... Okay, cannon 7 and 6, where are you? Cannon 6. We're going to show on HUD. And cannon 7, was it? Oh, this one is incomplete? Where are those two? 6 is complete. 7 is complete. Okay. Maybe it was just a little bit of a lag with build and repair getting their stuff into position. 7 has ammo. And can pull from other places. Okay. Was it just a false alarm? This one. You still don't have ammo. Okay, so you are broken somehow. Oh, I see. There's a gap right there. I gotta get in there somehow. No. It's probably not the right way to dig through. There is conveyorage in the way. Let's just cover this back up. And just dig down through... it's heavy armor. Ah, light armor, good. I can dig down through here. Yeah! It's not going to work if there is no conveyorage right there. Ah! Right! The gun. It's... I'll just make you pink. And you'll get... Let's rebuild you. We will rebuild him! $1 million ship. Conveyor junction. Oh yeah, we need to connect this whole thing up. There we go. Fill that back up. Another assault gun. And get this thing built as fast as we can. And now it's getting ammo. Excellent. Alright. Good. So all of the guns seem to be fed ammo. Although I just need to check the GATs. Yep. All the GATs got some ammo with them. And we have tons of Gatling in stock. And if we look at all of our different ammos, assault shells, it should just be shells, right? Yeah, that'll give us our different things here. We have, oh yes, a ton of artillery, a good amount of assault cannon. Oh yeah, really good amount of assault cannon on this thing. So we actually should be okay for ammunition. We've got 144 assault there, 150 artillery, some more assault, some railgun sabos, more artillery, more artillery, more assault. If anything, it might even just be shy on assault a little bit. We could turn some of the artillery into assault cannon. Maybe. Beyond that, this ship is essentially good to go. I should go test fire those. Alright. Artillery. Locked. Ready to fire. Test firing into the forest. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Oh shit, that's... And with a tree flying off in the distance. And again! Oh, they're not reloaded. Now they're reloaded. Fire! Oh, that's great. And then we got our railguns. Switch over to railgun. Fire! Woo! Oh, we go to 100% there. Okay, that's good to know. That is really good to know. We have the reactors here, but I don't think they have any uranium. No. Our reactors are dry. Good to know. Okay. You see the heat vents here fully opened as we're reloading our railguns. This ship is essentially ready. We just need to plug it in a little bit and give it a little bit of fuel. If we take a look at its hydrogen count, our tanks here, we are at about half. So I'd like to top this thing up. We do have plenty of fuel here, so we just need to find a way to get it connected, which probably is not going to be that hard. We still have a couple bits and bobs that are not like fleshed out in terms of armor shaping. So you see there's like some armor there. Well, this isn't the same sort of thing, and this guy is uncovered. So what I could do is use him to drop down so that I can get some fuel, because I'm just looking around here. Oh, there is also this guy. This connector. Yeah, I could make this guy work. I think this guy here is going to be the best. I'm going to rotate, and build and repair should pick that up. We'll just throw a connector right on the bottom of this. And we can hover over right here, eventually, plug it into here, and slurp up whatever hydrogen we need. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So our big battleship is essentially ready. One thing I could do, because this kind of thing is kind of in the way, is use some of that energy weapons we have salvaged. Because I have a whole bunch of those over there on top of the fragment. We salvaged these from some enemy bases, and the enemy, the marauder enemy that we killed. So we do have a nice smattering of guns here that could be built up and used. The question is, where the hell to mount them? But we can just do easy stuff. Like, we can just put an anti-fighter there, sort of thing. Like, they just can be anywhere, because they don't need to be conveyed. We can just put another laser, like... Oh, right, these are a couple more hardpoints up here that actually have conveyage. I think those are just going to be GATs. I think. We do have enough room up there for more assaults, if we wanted to. We'll just throw on GATs. We need some anti-fighter kind of defense. So, what I can do is I think I can just put down some weld pads around this ship on places where I'm like, yeah, that'll work. And then just go and grab those grab those turrets and just slap them down wherever it'll work. Like one there. Go over and do it on the other side as well. We have a laser right there. But we can theoretically get away with a laser maybe up here. Ooh. Or on the butt. Protect our butt. Because we got a big bulbous butt that might get destroyed quite easily. Alright. Let's grab... I think the best ship for this is probably going to be the cursor. Simply because it is light enough that it shouldn't be a problem. Okay. Our first one is going to be on the side, right? So I think maybe the best way to do this... How far can I aim down with the cursor and it still has enough thrust? Oh, good. I can aim straight down. Excellent. That is good. It's going to make this easy to put onto the side of the ship then. There you go. Easy peasy. Laser install. Hey! There we go. Oh, we are coating this thing with guns. It's going to be amazing. Alright, so that's half of them so far. We'll leave the ship floating here for a half second. We've got... In total, we got the one laser gun there. We got a laser gun up there. We got another laser gun over here. We've got the anti-fighter. There's one of them that was pre-installed here. And our anti-fighter there. Our anti-fighter there. And the other pre-installed anti-fighter there. We also have the GATs along the back. We could put some anti-fighter on the butt of this thing. Although I'm not sure if it needs it. I'm thinking I land this cursor for a quick second. So I'm just not wasting fuel. And we think about the other ship. As it's going to be our sort of scout drone thing that we can... It's going to be sacrificial. This guy is much smaller. I think he has one jump drive, if I want to be... If I'm not mistaken. I gotta find a... way into this thing. Wait, did I even leave an entrance? Or did I seal everything up? God, I might have sealed everything up. Hello? I didn't even leave an entrance. There's even holes in it still. Look at it in here. Yeah, I gotta fill those up. Okay, time to cut my way in. Make sure these things are connected. So, the cockpit is right here. Not that one, this one. And, on a slant, we'll go full block. And I guess we just put a door here or something. We don't technically need that block. So I guess... Yeah. Door on either one of these sides will work just fine. Like that. Good enough. Armor that back up. Okay. So on this bad boy, which I believe is fully set up, it has a jump drive as well. A singular one, but that's allowing it to take 2,000 kilometers. If I merge these, I can use all the jump drives at a time, and hopefully this one can lend some of its power to the large ship. But the goal of this ship would be to just chuck it at the enemy, and let it do some damage as it went forward and died. We have gotten in our inventory. Our artillery have ammo. Okay. What else do we have? A little bit of iron. We have a really good amount of Gatling. We have some artillery, some assault. We have some uranium. Okay, so some artillery, some assault, a lot of Gatling. So I'm going to want to put more Gatling on this, a couple assault guns, and an artillery sort of thing. Right. See what we can fit. We do have these forward-mounted artillery that might come in useful. And we've got these side-mounted here. So what I'm thinking is we put some gas up top as it's probably the best spot for them. We can just maybe coat. Oh, let's do it maybe this way. Let's put all the gas here at the back. Nice and wide. That way they have lots of vision. They can see all the way around. And we could do the assault gun, the quad assault, on... Do we have any belly? Oh, we do have a belly gun. Okay, that should be an artillery. We'll do artillery on the top and bottom. Or maybe maybe we'll do assault, assault, artillery on each side, and assault on the bottom. Yeah. I missed. So this thing's got all of its assault guns can fire forward. Like, all of its artillery can fire forward. And we have the Gatling in the back for covering its butt. Because his butt is big and requires help. But as you may see, this thing is currently on conveyorage because it actually doesn't have any fuel in it. I think this thing has like 1% fuel right now, and I don't even know if it can fly in... Oh, wait, 4%. And I don't know if this thing can actually fly in this gravity. So I'm going to have to get this connected up to the base somehow so that we can refuel it. And I think that is going to be through the use of several conveyors. Right through here. Bring this out, bring this down, bring this over and connect it. Maybe get a rotor on it. Hinge, so I can get these things connected up. Let's do it. And this, we can share a nurse... No! Stop being silly. Stay there. Don't clang, don't clang, don't clang on me, please. Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Now we can siphon off some fuel. Get this thing fueled up. And we can fly. Hopefully we can see if this thing can fly. Tanks! Local tanks. These two hydrogen tanks. Stockpile. Because once these things are full, I'm probably never going to fill this thing again. It's probably just going to go off into combat and die. But all of my large tanks here, I have so much fuel available. I was so worth it all those episodes ago, building those up and letting them to run. Absolutely worth it. Got those two tanks full. Turn the stockpile off. Okay, let's grind all this down and see if this bad boy can fly. We're just going to ever so slowly bring it down such that if it can't fly, it'll at least just be sitting on the deck and not crashing into the deck at high speeds. And, alright, there we go. Oh, okay. Right there. Right there. Okay. And now what we can do is we can cut it off. So now it's resting on the deck. Okay. Can you fly? Really big question. Oh. You can pick up, but you start to rotate. You might not have enough thrust in the front. Yes. There are thrusters there that are not functioning. Are you on? They're off. Okay, I gotta make sure all my thrusters are on first. Thrusters on. Oh yes, we're flying. Yes. Okay. Gyro. Override. And we got to get that gyro on there. Override controls on off. Override. Hey, that's working. Okay. Okay, we need landing gear. And then we can set this thing down, and it should be ready to rock. We just need landing gear somewhere on this bad boy. Just slap one on the butt here, I guess. Just so that we can dock to the ground. Because we need this thing to move out of the way such that we can get the big boy up and mobile and get it connected up to the base so that we can fuel it. And docked. Perfect. Now, what do we got for power systems on here? Batteries. 3 batteries. Fully charged. And this had a reactor, right? Yeah, we had a pair of small reactors. And one of them had a little bit of uranium. Okay. So not a terrible large amount of power on that ship. How are we for uranium? Do we even have any? We have 43 in each of these small warfare reactors. And these are the reactors on the Fragnet. So we don't need that in there anymore. I think this 43 is going to go into this ship here. I think that's where we need the power so we can fire those railguns. Because it's going to go back into the... We'll just put it into the cargo container here, and it should get sucked up by the reactors. Awesome. So this thing has power in its large reactors. Current output, 48 megawatts. Nice. We got 47 minutes of uranium ingots in here. How are we doing for batteries? Lots of batteries. Why it's saying so much power is actually we're charging our batteries. Okay. Good to know. Alright. So now for this ship, what we're going to do is we're going to fully extend this. We will reverse it. We are going to pick up, swing our butt right, and set down again, and dock up. So we can get some hydrogen and steal some power from the base. And up. Probably going to take out a tree or two. That is life. We can also fire artillery again into the trees. Because it's funny. I believe that connector is ready to connect. And we will put that connector switch lock right here. We're good. I wasn't sure. Yeah, my dampeners will still kick on. Because the connector is on a subgrid, your dampeners will still try to think that you're falling and will try to hold you up. But because this piston, we're going to share tensor with it. And now we're nice and solid. So we just won't have our dampers on at this moment. And now what we can do is grab our tanks, our 4 large tanks here, stockpile them up, and all of the tanks from our base are getting slurped in. Empty in 23, but filled in 3. So plenty of fuel. And at the same time, our reactors should have... Yeah, you can see they've turned off because we're getting solar. So why should we use reactors when we have the renewables available? So we can have these ships charge for a little while longer. Excellent. Alright, so that guy is docked. He has ammo. The other guy's refueled. He has ammo. I could conceivably take these last bit of energy weapons and put it on this guy, but I don't even think this guy has the power systems capable for that. I think this large ship here is going to be our power systems, and I'm actually thinking I want to go back into this ship and I want to just slap down like 16,000 batteries inside of it so that I can charge them right now while I have access to my solar panels, and then not have to worry about power. Keep on heading back. Yeah, there we go. Back into the power rooms here and the industrial core of the ship. We've got our large reactors. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these areas right here and just slap down as many batteries as I can. I don't want to run out of power when I'm part way through and I'm just like, oh, I guess I need to do something in order to be able to jump again. I want to be able to just jump. Although that one right there, I'm going to turn into a conveyor. And this one I might turn into a conveyor as well. Just to make sure everything's connected up properly. Very good. Very good. And another conveyor there. Sure, why not? In all these batteries, they will charge. Fully charge in 13 minutes. These reactors, I'm going to turn them off for now. I don't want to be wasting that precious uranium that I have. I want to use that as a final resort. So what I can do, actually, because I am preparing for the very end. We're probably never going to come back to Moose Camp, right? We can go, and we have engines. We can have these just toggled on permanently. Because they're not going to use enough power for it to be relevant. And the batteries on this ship here, we could set to recharge and pull from the batteries that are on the various other parts of the base and such. The Spectre batteries, the Pancake batteries, they're docked up to the base, so they have no issues. So the only batteries I'm seeing on here, other than those, would be from the main base and the Fregna, and the Fregna doesn't matter anymore because it's grounded. So I can grab all of these batteries, including the ones that are incomplete. And we can call these battleship batteries. And we can set them to recharge. Alright, I think in terms of final battle, what we're going to do is we obviously have the battleship as our main guy. He's going to go in, he's going to do his damage. We have our little frigate thing that I can throw at the enemy. What I can do is I can put the battleship down somewhere. I can have the frigate go in first And if it succeeds, yay. If it dies, that's okay. But I can also set this up as like a turret somewhere if I need to. Or even just like set it to AI control and just send it in. And then, remember how we got, I don't think I have any of the, I got them all in the cockpit here. We have the pad in unknown language where we need to sneak into the core ship. After we go and take on the Ifrin refinery, I think we are just going to have the Spectre here as our final ship. And we're going to sneak in with the Spectre, probably take off his atmospheric conversion once we get back up into space, and take off its drills and stuff, turn it back to normal Spectre, and we're going to sneak in with just this. And that is going to be our final attack with our original ship. But oh, something I wanted to do really quickly. I wanted to create a little jump drive module for the Spectre. I've done this before with, like, what was that? Season something? Season 2? Season 1? I can't remember. Really early on, where I made a jump drive on a connector, and I connected my small ship to it, and I was using that to jump me around the system, trying to stay in small ship. So we're going to do that again. What we're going to do is we're going to grab a landing gear, and we're going to landing gear it, or probably just a mag plate. We're going to mag plate it to probably the top of this ship here. We're just going to drop a mag plate, and that is going to connect up. On top of that, we're going to put a jump drive. Damn you, build and repair. It cleaned it up because it thought it was an issue. No, I want that. God damn it. Fine, I'll do it with connectors. Oh, but these are all part blocks and they don't connect. I can't build a connector on them quite easily. Sometimes it's annoying. Get rid of the weld pad there. I'll slap a connector there, how about? Then I'll build this up, and I'll put a connector there, how about? And then I'll connect them. And then I'll cut off this side. Don't you get rid of my other connector. I'm going to use that here in a second, okay? Don't you dare. I want to put a jump drive on that. What else we got? We'll pass through jump drives. Warfare jump drives. Just go regular jump drive. Regular jump drive. And I want to put some batteries and some solar on this thing, as what we will have is a jump drive that is going to just sit out in space for my Spectre to be able to grab and haul off with him when it's time to go and do his little jumpy jumps. Because each battery is one full charge of the jump drive, right? So we don't need that many batteries, realistically. If I just do a few back here, like even just a couple batteries, or even just the 4, that means that once this thing's fully charged, I'll have 5 jumps. 5 full jumps, which would be more than enough. And I can put down some solar on it, like this. And we can have this thing just be able to sit there in space and recharge while my ship jumps around and uses it. Oh, I think that's going to be perfect. That's all I need. Just a little jump set. And what we can do is we can actually... I think we can do it this way. I don't know if the custom turret controller can do this with the gyro mode. I know that the Izzy Solar script, I've done this before. What I used before in my previous season was Izzy Solar script has a gyro-based solar script. So that you put on the programmable block and you can have the thing spin around. Here, let's go to that. Program Izzy Solar. So Izzy Solar alignment, and what you want to do is use gyro mode. Gyro mode true. So by enabling gyro mode, the script will no longer use rotors, but all gyroscopes on the grid instead. This mode only makes sense when using a ship in space. Gyro mode deactivates the following features: night mode, rotate to sunrise, blah da da da. Need to name reference group for gyro mode. Place your main cockpit, flight seat, or remote control in this group. You need to call it solar reference. And we need a gyro, so we get rid of this block. Oh, and that got rid of the programmable. Because I'm a dumbass. We can fix that. We need a gyro. We need a programmable. And then we need a seat or just a remote control. And we'll get the remote control. I guess we just need to see what's on this ship here, which would be a gyro. And the remote control. Right? That's all we need in the solar reference group, right? Take a look here. Name of the reference group for gyro mode. Put your main cockpit, flight seat, remote control in this group. So that's all we need is just solar reference. Oh, and it's going to be the direction this is aiming. It's going to aim at the sun. So I need to actually rotate this remote control. That is incorrect. It needs to be facing this way. Facing towards the sun, I believe. Yes. Remote control in the solar reference. And running in gyro mode, we'll currently turn that off, as the gyroscopes do not want them to be screwed around with at the moment. And when we get to it, when we drop this off in space, we can turn that on, and this thing will just sit there, always facing at the sun, and I can just fly back, connect to it, and zip off when I'm ready to jump. So, aside from that, this thing needs to charge. But what I think I can do right now... Oh, I wonder if I should go up with everything all at once, or if I should do a little bit of death warping, considering how much stuff I have to bring up. We also have a little bit of assembly ability in this large ship here. We should grab some materials from the base. Like, I'm going to take my magnesium, for example, because why not? I can use it to build more bullets on this ship. And I'll take some iron. And what else do I need to make some ammunition? Like, I need nickel, magnesium, iron, nickel, magnesium for most of the bullets. Okay. So we just need to find some nickel. And another cargo container to put that into. I'm sure there's another one around here somewhere. And then I can make any bullets that I might need. I'm happy with what I've got here. I don't think I need the extra bit of laser weaponry that I salvaged. I'm not sure if I even have locations for it, and I'm not sure if I even have, like, the want to use it for power here. Like, I'm pretty sure I could stick them on here, but I've got a lot of guns. I'm not sure if I need any more. I think in the meantime, that thing still needs a few minutes to charge. We should go to orbit with this guy. And then I can, like, paradrop down as my character, and we can head up with the next batch of ships. So let's blast off. And finally made it to space. God, 245 kilometers above Moose Camp. Let's just aim down a little bit to get myself stopped up here quick. And made it to space with 97% fuel. We're going to aim ourselves at the Ifrin refinery. And we're just pop a little GPS point down here. Parking spot. And what I think we can do is just... I think I'll just put this stuff into the seat. I want to say. Because I can come get that in a moment here. And then just, oh, I gotta turn off the survival kit on this thing. And I can death warp myself back down. I should respawn on the Fragna! Ha-ha! Perfection. And this guy should be... Yeah, looks like everything's pretty much fully charged. Alright. Now, I think the only thing this thing needs is a little bit of a mag plate somewhere. Right? Just a bit. So that I can mag plate myself, or, ooh, maybe stuff for a connector. So that way I can connect to the other ship. That'd probably be better. Yeah, we'll take some materials up for a connector. And that should be good. Because then we can put a connector on the other ship and use it to... that way we can access its jump drive. So we can jump even further. And we'll take the Spectre here. And we are going to park it on the top. Somewhere on the top of this thing. This thing's going to have more than enough thrust to be able to lift the Spectre. Or are we getting some repairs from our building repairs? Possibly. And landed. Turn off our dampeners. Our stuff is ready to go, I think. We're gonna jump inside. Make sure this thing's ready to go. And we're gonna blast off. In the next episode, we'll be taking on that refinery. So, battery for the battleship. We are going to set them on auto, because they should be fully recharged by now. We're going to leave the jumps batteries on recharge. That's fine. We are going to disconnect from the grid here, turn on our dampeners, and blast to space. The wreck is lifting. We're off on our final adventure of the series as our big battleship carries us into space with all of the guns that we can muster on it. Oh, tanks. Don't need to be on stockpile. Off! There we go. Okay. That was a little bit frightening. Oh my god. So so that means that there was the small tanks up front. We'd burned through that small tank. Oh god damn. But we're gonna go up. We're gonna connect up to our other ship that we have parked in orbit. We are going to blast off with our jump drives and zip on over to the Ifrin refinery. And in the next episode, we're going to knock that place over. And we are going to kick ass. And something is damaged over there. Why? I don't know, but we will fix it in a minute. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.